What do you do before the fight?
See, a lot of people, they're not recreating those situations, man.
This racist incident just happened to a pair of Asian TikTokers at an In-N-Out. It went viral. The guy did get arrested, but we got to talk about it, David.
Yeah, man. I would say 50 different American news outlets posted articles about this. We are talking about tens of thousands of comments on the internet. Some people are analyzing what the kid should have done. He should have hit him with a Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder left hook to the head. Some people are saying he should have called the police. He did the right thing because you don't know nowadays this guy could have had a gun. Other people are coming more from the other side being like, hey, man, I don't like what that guy said, but he shouldn't have went to jail. Well, he just had an opinion on the TikTokers food eating. Is there anything wrong with that? And you just see every single comment across the spectrum. Andrew, we got to analyze the incident, talk about some of the reactions, and then give our takeaways.
All right, everybody, we're going to show you an abridged version of the TikTok. If you want to watch the whole thing, you can click on the link down below. But here's essentially what happened.
You're just filming yourself eating?
Yeah.
You're a weird homosexual.
Yeah.
Japanese or Korean?
I'm Korean.
Yeah, you're Korean. Kim Jong-un's boyfriend, huh? You're Kim Jong-un's boyfriend?
We have been acquainted.
You've had gay sex with him?
Ooh, would not go that far. We're only on second base. Can I take you out to dinner?
Come on, stop.
Nothing.
Stop.
I'm
You
sorry.
said
I'm
Elliot,
sorry.
stop.
I'm sorry.
You
My
said
bad.
what?
I didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything.
No, sir.
I'm
Nothing.
like, spit in your face and some Filipino shit. Want some
Don't
Filipino
react. Don't react. Anyways, you can try the frog.
Andrew, I think my very first takeaway that I think I have to clear up a lot of confusion, at least this is what I see a lot in the comment section, Andrew. I think a lot of Asians are probably going to react this way in the moment.
Realistically.
Yeah, realistically, you are not expecting it. They're in San Ramon, which is a really nice area, really, really high median income. I believe it's like 175K. They're just doing a TikTok about eating the Flying Dutchman at In-N-Out, which is the joint without the patties and whatever. It's just the meat and the cheese.
The off-menu item.
They're not expecting this incident to go down where it even leads to him waiting outside for them to threaten them.
Right. And honestly, guys like this, and first of all, the suspect, I think he does have mental illness. He is unhinged. He probably was on drugs. He got arrested for also some prior incidences that he did a few days before.
Say his name, Andrew.
Jordan Douglas Craw.
Jordan.
40 years old.
Yeah.
Driving a silver Mustang.
A rental definitely looks like
Mustang has
he
nothing
had
to do with it.
sunken in cheeks, which indicates some substance abuse.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Also, I do want to note that he did get arrested not only for this incident, but this is the one incident that was caught on camera. He was harassing a Filipino family a couple days before.
I think he spit on him, and I believe he also cornered somebody in with his car in a parking garage.
So he's clearly kind of been harassing and terrorizing this extremely nice neighborhood. So, the San Marone police was like, guys, we're going viral. We better handle this real quick because this is not an area where we have guys like this.
Why do you think this went so viral in comparison to, for example, the racist incidents that we covered against Twitch streamers that are walking around the street?
Okay, so this is on another level of severity. Now, this is not the worst racist thing that we've seen happen, of course, even in the past year. Of course, we've seen a lot worse. Thankfully, this is not as bad.
But it's possibly who it happened to, too. It's a very good-looking, well-put-together couple that is, you know what I mean? They just doing a TikTok by themselves. They're not even, like, walking around in the street with a selfie stick.
Yeah, I will say guys who look like this with the K-pop style, the split bangs, the girls there, I think she's kind of like maybe a TikTok, an Instagram influencer. This type of stuff on this level doesn't really happen to them as much. But he did say racist remarks, and then he said homophobic remarks, and then the guy did kind of threaten him by saying, oh, I'm going to see you outside.
Right.
And by the way.
So he hit him with the racism, the homophobia, and the physical threat.
That is a threat, legit. So, of course, I think that's why he got arrested. Listen, for the people out there, if you're watching this video, if you're wondering, nah, man, he just said some mean words. That was freedom of speech. Bro, that was not just freedom of speech. That was actually, I have a pretty high tolerance for things. That was a threat.
I did see a comment go, hey, does this get you arrested nowadays? Because I got some video receipts of a bunch of incidents, and I would like to get a bunch of people arrested.
Yeah,
well, which kind of gets to our response section. I would say one of the main reasons why this went viral, so viral that it even went more viral than I would have predicted within the Asian community, is because a lot of people have gone through this type of medium tier aggression. It's not like low tier, like a microaggression. It's not ultra high tier. I would put this somewhere, and maybe you could even say it's lower middle or whatever, or mid. It's somewhere in the middle. And I think that this is one of the ones that is so hard to report for people without a video. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's hard to like categorize for people. And that's why there was so much diversity and arguing in the comment section about what he should have did, right? Because some people are like, how come this guy is acting like he just because he looks like a BTS sissy boy and he's not like standing up and like beating that guy and body slamming him into the In-N-Out table to show him a true Americana at the Americana burger spot. You know, like, how come there was so much like diversity? Yeah. And then you have more of like a more street crowd being like, yeah, I wish he would do that to me. I'm hoping for the day that Jordan Craw does that to me, because it's going to be a bad day for Jordan Craw. And then it's almost like, but then he obviously would assess you if you're a street Asian and not do that to you.
No, I mean, he doesn't mess with any Asians. Trust me, these people, even though they're unhinged and they're racist and they're like, you know, they don't got all their screws
Right, they only
tightened.
have like 50% of their brain, right?
He probably has more than 50. But anyways, they are still scanning on who is the easy target. That's why you see so many, unfortunately, women or like smaller people or elderly that are targeted for these type of remarks. They're not messing with the 6'2" or even the shaved head, tatted up Asian dudes, guys. Trust me, we know. And I know that those guys would handle it differently. I think I would handle it differently. We're not even considered the biggest targets. You know what I'm saying?
And we definitely had stuff like this happen to us before,
Now,
to be honest.
I do want to note that this happened in a very nice bubble. So everything from those guys sitting at the In-N-Out to this racist guy to the police coming in and making a quick arrest, this all happened in a very high income area of California.
And you're saying in a large city that has like all these types of murders and all these things going on, it's probably going to be way lower on the priority list.
In Oakland or New York or SF or LA, I'm not saying that the police aren't going to like take a report for it, but you know, they probably got bigger stuff going on. San Ramon, and it's a quiet neighborhood.
To be fair, I am really glad that these Korean TikTokers are doing the media interviews and blowing it up, not because I think this incident was the worst thing that happened and there's other incidents that don't deserve attention, but I think that it makes everybody think about something more. It's almost like a rep that they get to see in their mind, and they get to juxtapose that would be like, oh, how would I react?
Exactly. You know what it is? And I want to like, I guess you could compare it to, you know, someone who's like on the street, maybe like collecting cans, who gets assaulted, right? Now that's horrible. However, it's almost sometimes unrelatable to a lot of people, because a lot of the younger generation now looks at these kids and be like, oh, I could be in this situation. That could literally be me. Like, I have a friend who looks like that. This kid goes to college. These people go to college. So it's like, I think there's a lot to take away, and you do have to review the game footage and kind of understand what you would do. I'm not telling everybody to go fight. I'm not telling everybody to, but just think of what you're going to do.
Number 3, Andrew, I do think there's a takeaway. Do you agree that like standing up for yourself in this type of situation, it is very tricky because you do bear some risk exposure if you engage in combat with this guy?
For sure, man. And I think that anybody who really thinks in their heart that they were going to get physical with this guy, you know that there's a risk. But then you have to think
make
like
a calculated risk,
like,
right?
yo, I'm more aggressive than this guy, or I usually carry around a knife. I know some people do, and you know, whatever. But I'm just saying, obviously, if you get into that, well, you know. But the thing is, it's like a lot of like, I understand that there's like, this guy's not going to be messing with a lot of like fully tatted Asians, right?
No, hell
but
no.
Those fully tatted Asians,
I rarely see those guys get the racism.
but they're just not going to get messed with in the same way. That's why I'm saying, that's why when people are like, yo, I hope he does that to me, I'm like, well, there's an actual reason why he's not going to do that to you, because you look more scary.
Right. That's that fishbowl's predator. Yeah. If you go to another fishbowl, the whole predatory hierarchy is like completely different.
Even a super tall, nerdy looking Asian dude, if he's 6'2", I don't think he's going to get messed with as much.
Point number 4, Andrew, what do you think about the debate where they were like, man, if this guy wasn't dressing like Jimin from like soft boy BTS, then he wouldn't have got identified as an easy target to get picked on. And then I was like, there is probably some truth to that. And like I said in previous videos, there's a reason why people, you know, want to dress a certain way to give off a certain image, maybe a certain level of intimidation factor. But other people, they don't feel like that's their lane.
I do think and I'm not like, this should never happen, but the fact that we know that in this world, it can happen in almost any neighborhood, even San Ramon, almost $175K a year for a household medium income. You just have to know that if you put forth a certain image and, you know, you like your hair done a certain way and you spend a lot of time doing that and you doing something out in public that's attracting attention, unfortunately, even at an In-N-Out, something might happen. Somebody might talk to you.
What do you think about more the perspective of like, man, this is why Asians get picked on all the time, is because the guys act like this and diffuse it with humor and act like you know, try to diffuse the situation or defer.
Yeah, it's tough to say because it's kind of how they're raised, right? And how they're built.
And their goals and their ability to take on different risk exposures and different probabilities happening. Number 5, Andrew, I think if people want to end this in the future, it's really on the parents to like review this incident with their kids now that there's like 50 articles or 100 articles about it on the internet, and maybe ask their kids, like, what should you do? Or here are the options.
I think all organizations, whether it's a martial arts class or a church or a temple or any type of community.
They should bust this video out, right?
I think they should be having this conversation. This should not just be a conversation that the youth is having. I think the parents need to be on this and see this and see that thankfully it didn't end violently. Nothing really horrible happened. However, how do you handle this, and what is protocol, and what are you going to do? Yeah. Because this is more likely to happen than even getting randomly punched.
And this is why I got to give props to these two Korean TikTokers, I believe Irene and Elliot, because they are like going into the media and they're giving interviews about this. And you could look at it two ways. You could be like, oh, what happened to them? It wasn't that bad. Why are they giving interviews about it? But at the end of the day, it's good because it raises awareness so people just know. It's actually like this incident and how viral it's gotten, it has a real opportunity to shift people's behaviors in the future.
Yeah, I agree. Guys, we're going to leave it at that. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought about this. Which side are you leaning on? Should he have been more aggressive to defend himself and stand taller and be more firm, or did he handle it fine? And I think that there's reasons for both, but also, what can you learn from this? Yeah. And I think, here's the thing. People may not agree on his reaction, but everybody can agree that you can learn something from this.
Yo, that was a good point, Andrew. Every sort of Taekwondo spot right now, you know, a lot of kids do Taekwondo, right? Karate, they need to buy one of those wall projectors, and they need to review this like game film, just like they do game film in the NBA.
Yeah, because you know what? I know that you're learning strikes, maybe you're learning boxing, but that's like for the fight. What do you do before the fight?
See, a lot of people, they're not recreating those situations, man.
Everybody knows. Like, if you train a kick in Taekwondo, you'll know how to kick, but when will you need to do it, and what leads up to that? So anyways, let us know in the comments down below, everybody. And I guess this might happen again. This might happen to you. So I guess the question is, what will you do?
Yeah, and let us know if you had incidents like this happen before in your past and what you did. We're the Hot Pot Boys. Until next time, we out. Peace.